What is going on, everyone? Thank you for tuning into my channel. This is Young Vic in the flesh, and I was wondering how y'all are doing after all this hurricane mess and stuff. I live in Georgia, so basically trees and leaves are all scattered all over. It's been a crazy week. They called off 2 days of school, so I've just been I've been chilling, going to the gym, doing that. But yeah, to get to it, this video is gonna be more of like a story time. I'm gonna tell like a few stories about like funny stuff that's happened to me. Maybe serious, I don't know. Along the way, I'll tell you, but I know a few. So yeah, the first one's gonna start out with. It's not gonna be. I'm not gonna say the gym in particular, but it's the gym. Let's just call it that. All right, so there's the gym. I used to work out there like every single weekend, every single week, but weekends mainly, because that's when I had a ride, that's when I had everything. But I got to know the people, I got to know them, like, I chilled with some of them, I worked out with most of them. I was known, they're like not known, but like, they knew me. So, there was one day where they fired someone. It was this guy I was really chill with, like, he helped me through a lot, but he was gone, and I got kind of mad. So I mean, the gym also, it kind of smelled too, and it was just not, it was not the best. But so I went on to go and write a review, and I was expressing my opinion because it's my public opinion. So uh, I wrote it, and they somehow saw, and I was like, how'd they see? So I'm there filling up my water, right? Filling it up. I look to my left and I see like one of the people there that like work there, and I see them walking. I'm like, oh, they're probably just gonna go over there, so I can tell he's filling up my water. And then they continue, and then I look back and she's walking faster, and I was like, oh my! I look back again and she's running towards me. I was like, oh my! And then she comes up there and she's like, hello, I'd like to have a talk with you about like what you wrote and stuff. And I was like, oh my, bro, the end of my life was literally in my eyes. And I was like, and she was like, after you work out, we can have a talk with it, like about it. And I was like, we can have a talk about it right now. And then they were like, why'd you write that? I'm like, because it's the truth. I have the right to my own opinion. I could. It's a public like a public page, so I can put my review on it. And she started asking question after question. Why'd you do it? And like, what was the point? Did you ever have any altercations with anyone? And I was like, no, I did not. I had the right to do it. And there. And then she, like, just parted ways. Like, no, like, there was no, like, goodbye, nothing. And so I was working out, right? The most uncomfortable workout of my life. I was there working out, lifting, doing all that. And then I would look and they would stare at me. I would be like, oh my gosh. And I continued lifting. I was done with my workout in like 20 minutes. I could not stand that environment. I was out. So after that, I canceled, and from there on, it's history. So I left most of my friends over there. I feel kind of bad for that, but the gym is gone. So now I go to Fitness 19. Probably the best gym I've ever been to. It's pretty good. All right. So the second story now is at Fitness 19. I'm there working out. It's like at 7. I usually never come at that time because it's like empty. I usually like having like people around, but there was this guy, right? He like I saw him working out, and I was there doing curls, and then he comes out to me. He's like, "Man, do I know you?" I was like, I don't think so." And he's like, "Yeah, I think I do. I saw you when you started like 2 years ago." I was like, "Oh, then I guess you did see me because I started around like 2 years ago." And then he was like, "Bruh, how did you gain so much size?" I was like, "Oh, just coming here a lot of hard work, and then that was it. And then we said bye, and then later on they're curling. He's like, "Hey man, how much do you weigh?" I was like, "I weigh 180, 185. No, 185. That's how it is." And then he's like, "How much did you weigh prior?" And I was like, "Oh, I weighed like 145." And then he was like, "Oh, at least you're honest about it." And I was like, "What is that even supposed to mean?" And then he he asked me another question, and he was like, "Man, what do you take?" And I was like, "Oh, I take because I'm very sociable. I could talk to anyone, and I did not think like just hear this. I was like, "Oh, I take food like chicken, steak, rice, all that good stuff, and I take protein shakes, and that's basically it." And he was like, "Man, cut the bullshit, bruh." I was like, "Bruh, calm down." What? He's like, "I know you're lying," and I was like, "What are you talking about? I'm the one that does it." And he's like, "Nah, man, what do you really take?" I was like, "Bruh, chill. I can't even afford that. I can't do none of that. Like, I already promised myself I wouldn't do it." And he's like, "Man," he's like, "It's not that hard to get a hold of, and it's not that expensive." I was like, "Yeah, I take protein powder. I take food." And he's like, "Man, that's kind of sketchy. All right, man, I'm out." And he just walked away and said bye. I was like, "What?" Bruh, the one time I come at that hour, some weird ass guy just comes and asks me that question. I was like, okay. Kind of makes me feel uncomfortable even like watching for all the time, but fuck it. All right, I'm not gonna only say two stories, but I'm gonna say three. All right, I know y'all watched that Conor Mayweather. What did I just say? Okay, that Conor McGregor and the Floyd Mayweather fight. Now I knew it. Like, how are you gonna put like think about it like this? How are you gonna put a rugby player to play inside of the Super Bowl? Now, if you're gonna put McGregor in there, UFC, MMA, in a boxing ring, you already know clearly who's gonna win. So I had my bets out. I bet $455 on that, and then it was it was pretty heated because like I bet that all with like one person, and if I lost, I would be all his. So man, I was really scared, but at the same time I was confident because I knew he would win. And so the match comes around, right? And then the first two rounds, I see Floyd like he's kind of slacking, like he's just like not caring, just like dodging, getting hit. I see Conor beating him. I was like, bruh, if he does not put in work, I'm gonna lose this 455. And so the fourth round comes. I still see Conor beating him, but I was panicking. I was like, I'm not gonna lose this 455. And after the fourth round, I started doing better, and I was texting that kid. I was like, "You already know that money's coming my way." And he was like, "Did you not see the first round, the second and third and fourth?" And I was like, "Yeah, I saw it, but I mean, anything's possible." I was at my seat like this. I was looking. I was like, "Come on, come on, come on, win!" He won. I got that $455 on deck. That's why I tell you, if there's anything like where two divisions or like two different sports come and meet, always bet on the more experienced one because I mean it's logical. Like if you bet on McGregor, I mean I'm a huge fan of McGregor. That's my boy. Like he gives me motivation. He's one of my role models. But Floyd had that one in the bag. The next fight, any of them do, you already know I'm glued to that screen. You know I'm making those bets. So if you want to bet with me, put that in the comments. Message me or something next time they play. I got it, bro. I got you. Alright, so those are the three stories, and I just wanted to let y'all in on a little funny story, you feel me? So until next time, appreciate you watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and tell your friends about it. Alright guys, peace.